Simisela Akinshare.
My name is Akinmi Akinshare.
I was like, let me go pee.
All I did here was the shower was running, and that was it, and I saw blood.
That's when I found out I was having a miscarriage. It was found out in September that we were pregnant again. They brought out the fetal heart monitor. Nothing. My doctor now came. Simi, I can't explain to you what happened, but we can't find the baby's heartbeat. I'm so sorry. Where did I go wrong?
I think it was one of the most traumatic things I ever went through.
Third day, they now brought the death certificate to me. I was like, God, this is that I'm not serving you. I didn't pray enough. And he said I should wipe the tears from my eyes, that the children I lost to the enemy, that he was going to restore. In December, I found out I was pregnant. Glory be to God, by 3:52, Joash came out at 9 pounds, 33 ounces.
My name is KJ Hamilton, but originally my name is Suleiman Shaibu. I took that name when I got to Kalakuta Republic. I got admission to Breed Pharmacy in UI. A classmate of mine came and he gave me a little book to read. The content of the book messed up my mind. And I got instruction from demons, quote and unquote. Coke and heroin took me to the next phase of my life. I met with a native doctor. I had to bath with a half bucket of human being blood. And then they brought the food, sacrifice food, which was porridge with a human being tongue on top. And any day you tell anybody about this cult, your tongue will rotten in your mouth, the sole of your feet will rotten, and you'll be on your bed. After 7 days, you die. I said, you, this Jesus that they're always talking about, save me, and I will serve you all the days of my life. And you have kept me safe.
My name is Morayo Afolabi-Brown, ni Akabasharon, on an expressway called Route 1. It's a major highway. He lost control. The car flipped about 4 times and we hung on a tree. It took some time to get me to cut me open because they had to cut up the car in pieces and drag me out.
She had to be airlifted and she was already in coma.
Crushed my lungs, I crushed my head, my skull, also my right thigh, about 6 inches, I lost that. Didn't know how to tell my mom.
When I saw my daughter,
Terrible, very scary.
I felt, okay, would I ever walk again? Would I ever get married? This scar is so big because then I had to shave my entire head. After crutches, I went on the boats. And from the boats, eventually I started walking. Interestingly, I didn't even remember when my scar went because this whole place was black. Like somehow it just disappeared.
My name is Stan Agowa.
My name is Juliet Agowa. I'm a mother of 2 beautiful girls and I'm also a breast cancer survivor. This all started back in 2008 based on the test that they had done. It was a stage 3C, which was very aggressive. And all I could imagine was, okay, let me plan my funeral. I can't imagine anyone loving my kids more than I do. I don't know what the future holds. All I heard was just die. I am strong in faith and I'm going to get through this.
First question she asked the doctor was, am I going to die?
I went back to my oncologist a few months later and they said, you're cancer free.
It's not about the vehicle of transportation. It's about the destination. My name is Steve Harris. I'm a life coach and business strategist. I had grades as woeful as 4 over 100. And I read, and every morning my daily activities included washing the car, manicuring the garden, making sure the laundry was done. I started from 100 level again. Classmates were 16-year-old girls and 18-year-old boys. Tried that for about 7 months. So I walk in and the head of human resources there says, sit. So I sat. He said, tell me about yourself. So I started talking. He says, you know what, this interview is over. Let me have your papers. And I said, I don't have any papers. He said, what do you mean? I said, I don't have my papers. He said, you forgot them at home? I said, no, sir. I dropped out of school. He said, what? I said, I didn't graduate. He said, what? I said, I didn't finish school. He said, so why are you here? I'll never forget that I walked into my sister's apartment for the first time. She looked at me and she says to me, she said, Harris, my friend, be a man. I'm not giving you any money. She said, be a man. In my mind, I'm asking myself, so what have I been all this time? From dead-end jobs to hustling. This Wednesday I get to church and me and God were fighting because I've been serving him in school faithfully from school, and my pastor just happened to bump. He said, Harris, just the person I'm looking for. So we have a guest minister. I want you to be his protocol officer. So his name is Afolabi-Brown. As Fela is speaking and I start listening to him, I start feeling something I haven't felt in a long time, and that's hope. That just drove me crazy. I said to him, I said, this is the first time I've ever heard you speak. What you said has changed my life. I know that I should sow, but I don't have any money. What I have, I'll give it to you. So I took out my watch, because when God said sow, he didn't say sow money, he just said sow. So I pulled off my watch and I gave it to him. I got the privilege to work with him in a purely volunteer position. So I was coming every day from Yanakbaja to VGC. And when I'd come back home to my BQ, I'd practice what I saw them do. And God says to me, he says, this is your opportunity. So I said to him, I said, Diamond Bank. He said, yep. I said, let me go. He said, eh? And he said, you can't dress like a suspect and expect people to treat you like a prospect. But it's not what you don't have that limits you. It's what you have, but you don't know how to use. 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. And nobody knew it was my first time. The next day, Fela and I went to the training school. About 20 minutes into his presentation, he says, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. How was Steve Harris's session yesterday? Everyone stood and they gave me an ovation and they were clapping. And Fela looks at me and he says, and that was the last day I was an office assistant.